What's up, everybody? Welcome back here to the channel. So this is going to be a very important video. Later on in it, we're going to highlight some stocks that fit the title of this video. And if you looked at this, obviously it grabbed your attention. It's the rise of physical AI and why critical infrastructure right now and these stocks that are attached to it are starting to really move and boom. And I think, we're just getting started because we've seen all the rallies with NVIDIA. We've seen all the rallies with memory. And as I've said before, I like these names still long term. But while everyone was staring at, chat bots and digital art and all this stuff with AI, a massive bottleneck was forming in the real world. And yes, you see, AI isn't just about software anymore. It's hungry, it's heavy, and it needs a physical home. We are entering the era of physical AI. Which industries is AI going to touch? Which industries is AI going to change drastically? And if you're only looking at the chip makers, you're only looking at memory, you're only looking at, large language models, you're really not seeing where AI is taking us. And you're missing the stocks that are actually building the body for the AI brain. And today we're going to be looking at some of those critical infrastructure plays that are quietly booming. And we talked about how AI and the trade is shifting in some of my recent videos, and it certainly is on display. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with a stock that I really like, and I've got exposure to it in a couple different ETFs. And amid all this craziness, this stock has just continued to perform well. It's Vertiv. And if you see Vertiv here, over the last 3 months, just been kind of grinding up 13%. But look at this, year to date, 86%. This is ticker VRT. Looks unbelievable here. Structurally still very much intact. We've had some nice little pullbacks in May into June. And this stock just continues to really, really outperform a lot of the other big plays out there. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason for Vertiv continuing to make these type of gains and outperform some of the other plays. We'll talk about a number of stocks, and then we'll talk a little bit about, why we're seeing this major shift happen. Okay. So another stock that I know we've talked about quite a bit here is Blackberry. And Blackberry, this is a position I own directly. It's up a little bit today, up back over $11. We got in at 745 on spot. We traded it extremely well. I've got Vertiv, by the way, the first one I gave you. I've got that in an ETF called AIPO. Got good exposure to that one. We've been on that play all year. That thing's up 40% year to date. Look at Blackberry, though. We've got individual exposure to this one. Look at this thing. Up 189% year to date. We caught it kind of in May on the run up here, back in like mid-May. I made quite a few good plays in mid-May. Blackberry was one of those solid plays that we made. And so again, physical AI. This is again feeding into that narrative. Another play is Eton. And you can see Eton, it's down a little bit here in the last month, but you go out year to date, 23%, 11% the last year. It doesn't look phenomenal, right? But it's just grinding up higher. And this stock continues to be a great power play, I think, moving forward, providing energy efficient solutions for electrical, hydraulic, and mechanical power. And so, again, physical AI. We're thinking about the industries that it's going to touch and the companies, the stocks that are going to benefit because of the physical AI push. Eton is a play on the massive grid upgrades needed as well. With data centers and the demand for more electricity, that entire cities right now, Eton's power management hardware becomes critical infrastructure. The first one I gave you, I want to go back real quick, Vertiv. A lot of people refer to Vertiv, you guys can see the performance here. They often call it like the NVIDIA of the data center. Vertiv provides the power and liquid cooling systems essential for AI chips to run without melting. A stock that we've been in for a while. You're going to see the performance on this one. GE Vernova, average cost on this account, $340. That's up over $1,000 a share. So we've been talking about these big names for a very long time. And I think nobody really has waken up to the idea that the rise of physical AI still has an unbelievable story left in it, and a much longer story, I might add, than, just some of the chips, right? Obviously, NVIDIA is not going anywhere. It's exploded so much. And the memory names are phenomenal. We're going to continue to invest in Micron and SanDisk. But I just think there's so much more here. And I just want to make sure people are aware of like what's going on. Another company, Honeywell. Here it is, Honeywell. So they are integrating AI directly into industrial automation. And so this stock has been hit really hard. But year to date, they're still up 7-8%. And Honeywell, I think it's been left on the sidelines. You could see here, I mean, it hasn't really done anything in a long time. But they're integrating AI directly into industrial automation. We're just early. And they're building out management, making them definitely a physical AI right in plain sight, a physical AI play. And this one has not really done anything yet. It's a $70 billion company. But if you're like me and you think, this is only going to get bigger and bigger, you have to understand we've got, this shift happening now from brain to body when it comes to AI. Okay. Brain to body. We're good. We're getting to this point now, we've got all these AI models, but they're useless if they don't have, a data center to live in, power to run them, and a way to interact in the physical world. So that's why you can see the theme here. We're investing in power. We're investing in the data centers. We're investing in the physical world and industries that all of this is going to touch in a big way. And, we've hit on Blackberry directly quite a bit with their QNX system, their operating system already in over, 235 million vehicles. We've hit on this fact multiple times, and I just don't think they're anywhere near close to ending this new story that they're in, right? I think it connects the AI brain to physical hardware with their QNX system. And it's just a play at this theme. So I gave you some names, like 4 different names, actually 5 different names. We got Vertiv, Eton, Blackberry, Honeywell, GE Vernova. These are some names that I have exposure to, either direct exposure to or exposure to, through ETFs. And I think the AI trade is far from over. I think it's just getting started and it's just getting physical now. And I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys sticking in the big tech names? Are you looking at some of these unsexy infrastructure plays, though, too? Drop a comment below with your top physical AI pick. We're going to continue to give you guys a ton of great insight and information. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. If you found all of this helpful, hit that like button so I know you guys want to see more deep dives like this. And if it's your first time checking in, my name's Zach, and we'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.